You're listening to Combat Radio with Ethan Dettenmaier, right here on LA Talk Radio.
PopCon LA rolls to a close. Combat Radio with the CHILLPAK Hollywood Hour. I'm sitting here with Dean Haglund of X-Files fame. Mark Ryan, who was Bumblebee in the Transformers film, also in The Prestige, directed by Christopher Nolan.
Look at that.
Robin of Sherwood, bunch of other shit. And we're here with some very, very cool individuals. We got my friend Chris and my friend Victor of the R2 Builders Club, as in R2-D2 builders.
Yep. Right, but there were other R2 units. Do you build the other R2 units?
You build all of them? You build the one that like had it?
Yeah, we got him. He's got an R5. He's working on the square dome guy.
That's the guy that blew like a gasket or something.
Exactly,
Why are you building somebody that's in, something like that breaks down? Does yours actually break down too?
Not yet.
Then it's not true to character. I don't want it.
When they do break down, it's not on purpose.
Yeah, we try not to have them break down.
So how do you guys? I mean, this is an expensive R2 unit. One of these was quoted to me yesterday as being around $5,000.
Yeah,
and so these are
that's the low end.
That's the
low end.
Yeah.
And these things are pretty special. They move, they tweet, they do a bunch of crazy shit. Does it cook? I mean,
look at this remote unit. I can't get over. This is like 14 switches plus just on the bottom, and then this moves every aspect of it.
I should probably explain. It's not as complicated as it looks. The sounds are on the bottom, so if he wants to scream in fear, it's number 3.
Yeah.
Whoa.
That's cool.
Hit a couple. Can I hit one?
Yeah. This is what he does when he sees a cute-looking girl, number 2.
Sweet. That's hilarious.
Let me get a picture of this.
That is awesome.
So how did you guys decide we're going to start building R2 units, very expensive high-end R2 units, and form a club?
That's a good question.
Yeah, well, I think the club was here before we started building.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, the club's, it's worldwide, astromech.net. We got thousands of members all over the world. And I went to a party with some guys, and my buddy had an R2, and he drove it out. And this little girl came from halfway across the mall screaming and ran up to R2 and gave R2 this great big hug, and then looked back at her mom with this devil voice and said, "Mom, take a picture, I'm hugging R2."
Okay.
And it was like she lost her mind. And so I said, I got to build one.
You got to have one of those.
Build one.
Obviously, you're Star Wars fans, because you're not building Terminators or some destructive thing like that. You're building R2 units.
Well, if I can figure out how to put some destructive stuff in
Would you? Are you working on it? Is that the next evolutionary step?
My next step.
Like a tear gas canister it can launch and stuff?
Anti-riot R2?
Right?
Yeah, paintball.
Is there a C-3PO's Builders Club, too? That you guys like a sister organization where you met?
Yeah, but you actually got to put skinny guys in those suits to make them go.
Yeah,
we can't get those going.
Yeah.
Although there was a human being in this during the filming, and I guess I've worked with a lot of Kenny.
Yeah,
and I've worked with a lot of the guys, including Jeremy Bullock, who's a regular on the show.
And what did he do in there? Why was he needed in there?
Well, whenever you see him like shimmy, you can't get a robot to shimmy, so he'd be in there and he'd turn the dome and he'd shimmy, and that's when you know you're in Kenny's world, is when he does something that a robot shouldn't normally do.
Right.
And then they'd all break for lunch and forget him and leave him in the coffin.
In the Tunisian desert.
That's a real complaint. He had that as a complaint. He said, I didn't get any.
Yeah, we get to talk to Kenny, and he brings up the stuff.
Does he?
That's hilarious.
No,
he's
Kenny's
a
a very good guy. Yeah, he's very good.
Okay, so $5,000 on the low end. How long does it take to build one of these?
Depending on what you want to build it out of, what you want to make it out of, what you want to put in it. I built mine in 14 months. His is about
It was a year and 10 months on mine.
10 months, but I know guys have been doing it for 5 years and they're still not done.
And are they doing it to be as exact, or are you doing? Can somebody just put a cardboard one together and be in the club?
Well, I don't. You guys mentioned you saw one driving around today with the baby in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a cardboard R2.
That's cardboard.
That's cardboard.
Okay, but he's not
part of the club.
That's not the kind of cardboard Dean's talking. Dean wants to know if he cuts the bottom out of a trash can and puts it on.
That's right.
And paints it like R2. Is he part of the club?
Probably not. You might need to raise the standards up a little bit.
Okay, so there is a level.
Yeah, we have a level.
Styrofoam. The guy made one out of styrofoam, and it looked pretty good.
I like the cardboard idea. What about building a Dalek? Have you ever thought about building a Dalek?
There's a Dalek Builders Club.
There is
a
Dalek Builders Club.
There's a club for everything.
Now that's a long time. I mean, you're talking a commitment of many months to over a few years.
Yeah.
That's a serious passion project.
Yeah.
And how do you get these on the plane?
You don't.
Really? They get their own seats?
Are you guys based here in LA?
I'm in Orange County.
Oh,
but
sweet.
We have people all, like I said, all over the world.
You got like people building this in like other kind of remote areas.
Mm-hmm.
And
So you can't fly this over to Orlando.
There are guys who take them apart and do have them. They take the legs off and the body apart.
They have special shipping containers.
Yeah.
Really? There's a will, there's a way to get it there.
Really?
That's awesome.
What do you do for a living? That where this is like something you can master.
I really didn't have the time, but I'm an IT geek during the
see, that explains some of this.
There's no IT geekness in this at all. It's more mechanical and engineering. But we have friends who are mechanical engineering. You do something wrong there, it's stupid. It's plugged in backwards. Oh, okay.
Can I slap a combat radio sticker on this one?
Only if I can slap it back.
Yeah. You can. Sure. It'll be worth it. Just
and
for a
why
little
is this
bit of
one all
marquee
black
value.
and that one's the real color?
Well, as you guys saw today,
It could wear a combat radio hat.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, if you guys saw today, you saw multiple R2-D2s driving around in different forms and different. I wanted to be able to join these guys in events. We do a lot of charity work, going to hospitals and sick kids, and so the more R2s you have there, the better. And so if I built another R2-D2, you really can't have 5 R2-D2s in the same spot.
You wanted to look different.
So I wanted to vary it out. And so I built R2-A1 because nobody's ever built one before. Basically, he's R2-D2 painted different.
Right.
So these are both.
But he looks like a TIE fighter pilot.
Yes, he's actually what's called a Imperial Service Droid. Okay, I'm a geek out on you here, and I don't normally do that.
Here we go.
Too late, buddy. Too late.
The Rebels don't have computers in their X-Wings, so they have to have astromechs.
Oh, that's why.
The good guys, i.e. the Empire, they have computers in their
TIE fighters.
so they don't need astromechs. So basically, his job was working on the Death Star until it got blowed up.
Interesting.
Is that why R2 units were dropped into the X-Wing?
We had Joe on here earlier on that actually blew up the Death Star.
Yeah, we had the guy who blew that thing up.
Oh, Joe, yeah.
He came on the show.
We've had most of the Star Wars guys through our studio at one point or another.
Fantastic stuff.
The stories you get to hear from these guys are awesome.
Yeah. So what does George Lucas think of all this? Is he cool with this?
Yeah.
Does he charge
How much do you have to pay him? Yeah.
Nothing.
No,
What?
we have
Really?
a gentleman's agreement where if we don't do stuff for profit, we just do cons and charity events, then we're free to do this kind of stuff, no problem. And once in a blue moon, they call us up and they say, you know what, we need one of your droids for a commercial or TV shoot.
Oh, is that right?
So they will pay us to do that. Yeah.
Oh, that's neat.
So he's in a movie. Whose screen news? Oh, mine screen news. I'm sorry. I have to let these guys know that.
He was in Fanboys,
He's in the movie Fanboys. And he's also going to be in Breaking In with Christian Slater here in the summertime once they air those up. And that's all
cool.
Lucas approved.
Yeah.
2 commercials, ESPN and G4. So
Have they all been in a movie together, like a 16 R2?
Like the R2 family?
R2 zombie attack?
R2 zombie attack.
Why not? Come on.
I like you guys.
we need to get some agents.
No, that idea would work. R2 zombie
you
attack?
Would you love
should
that?
get him a theatrical agent.
Yeah.
That's the next
A reality show.
Now, what do you think about the SkyMall R2 that's voice activated, that little half-size one?
The little house?
We all own them.
Yeah,
You
I
own
got
them?
one, yeah.
No way.
Has Kenny Baker seen this, Chris?
Oh, yeah. Kenny comes.
Did he autograph one?
Actually, he's got an autograph.
Yeah, I got an autograph panel. The back door is just filled with autographs, including Kenny's.
Who else is on there?
Well, I got Joe's today. I got Ben Burton, who did the voice.
Yeah, we know
synthesized
Ben.
the voice of R2 and Wally. And
What about Billy D?
no, I didn't get Billy D today.
No?
So
Billy D's too busy?
He's too busy.
yeah, he was a little bit. We got his picture, but we didn't get the signature.
Well, hey,
Yeah.
it's still pretty cool whether it's got Billy D's signature or not. If you make one that looks like a Colt 45 can, you'll sign that.
Kenny Baker from Star
Whip that thing.
See, that's where you went wrong.
Make a Colt 45
that's
can.
a common thing we want. Hey, can you put a keg in it?
There you go.
And you can.
Barbecue, why not?
actually.
Yeah, they
What's
call
the
that-
panel you guys are doing?
How to build one.
Oh, really?
really?
Yeah, we discuss, tools, techniques, and
Do you send plans? Like if I join the group, do you get a set
All
of
you gotta do
plans?
is go on the
Yeah,
website,
yeah.
download them.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
They're
Wow.
just
Everything's
free.
there.
It's like basically the movie.
You
just
could do it
the
already.
Imperial download.
Yep.
Exactly.
You go
Right.
download it,
Yeah.
and if you got a garage and tools, you can build one of these.
Now,
guys.
because of his career with X-Files and stuff like this, does he get a discount?
Absolutely not.
It's already free, so
It's already free.
we
How
would
much
ask-
free can I get on discount?
Plans are
People
free, but
paid.
this thing is expensive, man.
Well, yeah, but it's funny. I had a lamp that actually looked like his head.
There are
so
guys
I'm
who
already
do
halfway
that.
there.
Yep.
There have been people who've used the bird feeder squirrel domes that keep the squirrels off.
Oh,
the
yeah,
bird
yeah.
feeder. There have been guys who, on a budget, do that.
There's some
That
And
pretty-
you're
go.
building an R5D4.
Yeah.
The
What about
square
that
head.
other stuff that you see in the movie in the beginning, like the one that makes like the gonking noise? Building that?
One of our buddies has
We
one.
have one, but it's not automated because you can't make a robot do that yet. So you put a little person in there.
I was going to
or your
build
daughter, or your child. Yeah.
The Death Star scary floor walker thing that's always frightened and.
Oh yeah, the
mouse droid.
Mouse droids. I got one of those.
Oh yeah.
Threaten your children by forcing them into robot costumes.
Yeah. Is that how you do it? Is that how you do it at your house, Chris? You force your kids into the.
Absolutely. I've already corrupted my grandchildren. My daughters hate it because I've corrupted my grandchildren. So I'm starting on a new generation.
I want to ask you, every year, and this year it's December 8th, every year we, Combat Radio, Mark Ryan, all of us, we get together and we do a celebrity children's Christmas breakfast for homeless kids. And last year we had a big Star Wars presence. Would you guys consider coming out on the 8th and letting some of the kids?
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's a big deal, and this would be, I think this would, it's the only Christmas a lot of these kids get, this is breakfast. And I think the kids would really be, they'd really remember it for a long time.
Yeah,
if something
absolutely.
like this was there.
I love doing that kind of. That's one of the reasons why I built them.
It's December 8th. I'm booking you now. I'm booking you guys now.
We got to get you.
You got my info.
Email addresses.
We'll get you
very cool. Last year, the local fire brigade brought one of the real father. There's a real Father Christmas club, and he's one of the real Father Christmas. And you look at him, and you go, Father Christmas. It's so bizarre.
It's the R2 Builders Club, and if people want to get involved, they can go where? Chris, Victor, where?
www.astromech.net.
Yep.
Wait, you're going to have to say that again. I couldn't. Could you catch that? I didn't. He says it like R2-D2.
www.astromech.net.
You got to dumb it down for us.
No.
We're radio guys.
Just Google R2 Builders.
R2 Builders.
How hard is that?
Okay. We'll see you guys at Trader Vic's at 7 o'clock, I hope.
We're on our way over.
We're on our way over there.
Right now.
So in closing, for the CHILLPAK Hollywood Hour, Dean Haglund of the X-Files, Mark Ryan of Transformers fame, these gentlemen, R2 Builders Club and Combat Radio, thank you.
Thank
you. You're listening to Combat Radio with Ethan Dettenmaier, right here on LA Talk Radio.